So I decided to watch Elfen Lied, because there's no way it's as bad as people make it out to be. Or is it? Is it really a show only a 14-year-old would enjoy, or is it just a bit too gory? And is it even good? Well, in this video, I'll tell you why the show is so god-awful, an easy fix that would make it great, and why I love it despite all of its shortcomings. And let me tell you, there's plenty of those. So please like the video. I'm sorry to those experiencing a bittersweet nostalgia, and let's see what this edgy and gory borderline hentai has to offer. And right at the start of the first episode, we see a figure escaping from what I can only describe as some sort of secret facility. This figure, as we later learn, is our main character, Lucy, and the escape is basically her butchering her way through anyone and everyone who gets into her line of sight, using some sort of invisible hands to cut up and tear apart bodies in an almost grotesque display of violence. Unfortunately for her, she gets sniped right as she is about to escape, causing her to fall into the ocean, just to be washed ashore a beach where she is found by two teenagers, who instead of calling the police, decide to take her live with them, even though this is the first time they ever saw her. Or is it? Not to mention that thanks to the headshot, she lost all her memories and now has the mental capabilities of a 6-year-old, only being able to communicate by using one word. Afterwards, the secret facility people try to kill her by sending this Onizuka-sensei looking winter soldier, followed by a fucking lolly. And both of them get their asses kicked, because exactly when it's needed, Lucy gets all her memories back, just to forget them, sometimes mere seconds after winning the fight. And before I break the anime down and give my oh so important opinion on it, I want to say that the one element of this anime that made me dislike it the most is Kota. It's impossible to deny that this man, who by the way is another main character, is an absolute doofus. First, when he finds Lucy on the beach, he has a flashback that is clearly warning him to stay the fuck away from the naked girl with pink hair and horns. But no, he takes her home, and after 10 episodes of him being just an insufferable character, he gets his memories back. And instead of condemning the person that killed his family, he makes out with her. So as I mentioned before, the anime heavily relies on the reoccurring plot conveniences that take away from the anime's believability. And as you saw in the rundown of episode 1, this anime is incredibly gory. And although the first half of episode 1 is easily the most violent, the rest of the anime captures the same bloody, savage and unsettling vibe established in episode 1. This, although weirdly exciting to watch, makes the show feel like it's gory for the sake of being gory and nothing else. Another thing that ties into this is just how edgy the anime is. And this isn't only shown through the violent scenes, but also through the characters, their relationship with one another, and their backstories. Lucy, for example, anytime she gets her memories back, starts acting like a 14-year-old weirdo, thinking he is cool and mysterious. You know, weird body language and facial expressions that are supposed to make you think they went through some real shit. And even though she did go through some things, the anime is really bad at making you feel so. And the anime tries to do exactly that with the majority of characters, and it simply doesn't have the effect it was clearly intended to have. For me, that is most likely because I am no longer 13 and this isn't deep. Many other things in the anime also seem unnecessary, like all the subplots. This 13-episode anime has tried to establish a number of subplots that a 1,000 pages long 19th century Russian novel would be scared to attempt. There are several romantic subplots, there's trouble with family subplot, and there's even a subplot about world domination. Sheer amount of story this anime tried to tell is way too much for the main plot to unravel. And to tell you the truth, you'd be lucky to identify the main plot in the land of confusion the anime has laid before you. It just tried to do too much in too little time. And all of it is dragged towards the ending like a battered corpse through a gravel road. Unexpectedly, it all comes crashing down towards the ending that doesn't add anything to the story, that isn't satisfying, and that doesn't conclude the majority of things started during the previous 13 episodes. One thing the anime has going on is that it's edgy, but I think that's just the cherry on top. The fatal mistake Elfen Lied made is that it tried to do way too much. Is it possible to make a human drama with a mystery aspect to it? Yes, it's absolutely possible. But if you try to throw in supernatural powers, amnesia, several unimportant secondary characters I should care about because their story is sad, and on top of that, a secret plot where an evil organization is trying to take over the world through genetically engineered waifus, all in 13 20-minute episodes, how can you expect to reach a satisfying conclusion? But if you're still adamant on watching Elfen Lied, what I would recommend is don't take it as seriously as it takes itself. Lay back, turn off your brain, enjoy the fight scenes and the occasional bare breast, and try to ignore everything else. Elfen Lied is an anime that appeals to the 13-year-old me that loved nothing more than Akame ga Kill, and even though I know it's not that deep, an anime like Elfen Lied is still fun to watch if you're in the right mood. And if you enjoyed, check out some of these, please like the video, thank you for watching, and bye!